Rise, shine, give God your glory, glory, rise and shine. Give God your glory, glory, rise and shine. Give God your glory, glory, glory to the Lord. What's going on, everybody? It's Monday. It is Make Moves Monday. It is a majestic Monday, magical Monday. It's some people might say you have a case of the Mondays. We don't say that. Shout out our first episode with Pretty Rad Reg on Office Space. The weather today it's not raining. So this Monday we're going to run down some news real quick. We're going to talk about some Thanksgiving stuff at the end of this Thanksgiving weekend. And right now we're just going to hit a couple news. Shout out the Eagles, balling again. Shout out all them Cowboy fans, quiet again. I mean, it's kind of interesting that the Eagles are doing as good as they are doing. I mean, a lot of new players on the team, whole new offense pretty much surrounding the quarterback, and the defense is pretty much holding its own. So, we'll see what's up with this season towards the end. And as always, the Eagles usually break our hearts, and well, my whole lifetime. But we'll see how this plays out. Shout out Meek Mills, getting a new trial. New hearing coming up. There's probably a lot of behind-the-scenes situations that happened after the protests and after the publicity, and now they're saying the FBI is investigating the judge and yada, yada, yada. So, I think at the end of the day, there's going to be a major win for Meek, and definitely a major win for the city, and hopefully for the correctional institutions, and maybe how they approach people and treat people. An artist by the name of Lil Peep passed away last week. This was a up-and-coming artist, and now to be honest, I wasn't too familiar with Lil Peep, but he went ahead and he just took too much. I think he had a bad dose or something, but he overdosed on some prescription pills. May have been cut with something. So this week I'm going to be doing a wake-up show pretty much devoted to him and his situation of depression and drug abuse, and in the music and how that wraps all up together. I think it's definitely, hey Mary, checking in, yeah. So definitely want to do a quick wrap-up of the drugs, depression, and the music industry, and how this is what the current state of this is. Also going into morning routines. This is part of my routine. This is my wake-up call. This is your wake-up call. Hopefully we wake up. And how morning routines kind of play off of depression, and you wake up, you have a good morning routine. This is part of my morning routine, is start the day on a good note, start the day, get it moving, and a lot of good things can come out of that. Now we have a interesting news article coming out of Washington D.C. Last week that the Navy pilots admit that their Navy driver got up there and did a nice big phallic symbol. They did a figure 8 for the and then they did a tower drawing. It was glorious, and tweets went out and pictures were taken of this full mounted glory in the sky, and the Navy they're like, yeah, one of our pilots did it, and their official response is we can't really conduct morals, we have a moral code, but that basically that pilot either did what he wanted to do, was instructed, who knows, but that was a good government answer. Another news article coming out of Boston that was interesting. Somebody in Boston, somebody put a pipe bomb in a principal's car outside the principal's house, and the principal's father was a Vietnam vet, and he heard it. He was like, man, that was an explosion. They hit the car good. They talked to people at the school. Apparently the principal was a good guy, but think about it. If you were young and dumb, and some of you are, and some of us still are, You're pissed off at somebody. You're gonna put a pipe bomb in somebody's car just to like revenge note. I mean, it's the principle. Like he might have given somebody too much attention. Now, luckily, nobody got hurt. Like it wasn't even that bad to the car. I think they just said it just blew out the radiator or something, but it didn't really damage the car. But like, you know, what is he giving out too much attention? Is he holding somebody back another year? Like, what makes you so mad at the principal that you're gonna put a pipe bomb in his or her car? Like I said, but nobody got hurt. This is coming out of Boston. Another article that Chief put up earlier about the pipeline out in North Dakota. A pipeline burst, and this burst, I think it was 400 gallons. So basically, there was a 2-month cleanup effort about a year ago. It took 2 months to clean up another spill, and it took 2 months to clean up a spill that was probably like 20% as big as this spill. So this spill is like 5 times. It's a 5-time larger spill, and it's from the pipeline. It's that crude. It's the sands, tar, whatever it is. So basically, it's just real gunky. It's like messy. So it's like not even like straight oil. Like it's pre-oil. It's like got like all sediments and whatever in it, and it's just real nasty stuff. And like 500 barrels of this stuff got out, which I think they said was like 210,000 gallons, which is a lot. So the TransCanada company put a picture out of it looked like a piece of flat land, and on this flat land, that's where the spill was. Now this spill was actually right next to Suez National Reservation, and you know the native Suez people were out there, and their water aquifer isn't too far away, so they're just concerned. Like, I think this was the major reason why that whole Keystone XL pipeline a year ago. Now the Keystone pipeline's already in place, but the XL pipeline was a new situation, and it's interesting because I think this week they were actually doing a vote out in Nebraska for some permits and some legal stuff that I'm not really too aware of. But anyway, a lot of oil got out, and it's right near the water supply, the underground water supply, which is the aquifer, and it's like, oh geez, like here we go. Now, check us out tomorrow night, Tall Table Talk with Teef. We're going to have a good tall situation. Tonight we got a blues band, the Dirty Soap band. Go be checking us out. That should be a good situation. And then Friday we got the new show. We had the pilot episode last Friday. I think we're going to have a really good show this week. Going to tighten it up. And just want to give into some Thanksgiving stuff, and then, let y'all go on your way. Shout out everyone traveling this week. Get your travel early. Definitely hit the state store, hit the liquor store early. Don't wait till Wednesday. The lines are around the block. You should know this by now. If you're getting wine for dinner, if you're getting, a liqueur for after dinner, if you get whatever you need to get from the liquor store, get it today, get it tomorrow. Do not wait till Wednesday. That is a total rookie move. Don't do it. Like you never Thanksgiving before. So shout out everyone that's traveling this week. Hopefully you get home to your destination safe. And then I know a lot of people, some people have family members that are like real political sometimes, and then, always bring up stuff. And then, like, you got other family members that really don't care, like, really don't even want to hear about it. So I just got a couple points about how to, like, avoid political conversations and, other things to talk about. So, I mean, for one, you could definitely talk about flat Earth. Like, this is a really dumb topic, but you could definitely go off on it. Like, there are abnormalities out there, and we could bring up these abnormalities as to why the Earth is like not as round as they say it is, and if it is. Now, again, if you're just checking us out, what's up, Chief? If you're just checking in, I'm talking about other things we could talk about at Thanksgiving besides politics. Now, we could talk about reptiles. Now, this whole crazy theory out there that like all these people are reptiles somehow, and I don't know how that works out. But, if that's true, that's true. Good, let people be who they are. That's all I'm saying. You know, and now a lot of us, we could just sit there and watch the game. Like, you could just zone out, put the games on. You're going to be in food coma anyway, so you could just be sitting there munching on some, like, candy corn or whatever y'all munch on, post-game, pre-game, some chips, some dip. And definitely have some good dip. Like, don't come to the party without a good wine cheese or a good dip. Like, don't show up with nothing. Bring a bottle of wine, bring ice cream, or bring a dish. We could talk about, just talk about some good music, or put some good music on. You could put some Most Slept On. You could list a couple new albums came out. We could do album reviews at the Thanksgiving, family gathering. We could talk about PPA. Everyone hates the PPA. We can all agree to hate on the PPA at Thanksgiving, and that's really not going to upset anybody. Your conversation is not going to give anyone indigestion. Not everyone likes to talk about politics and all these heated issues. Like, there's a lot of issues out there that we could talk to. We could talk about weight loss. We could talk about general health. You could talk about regular, just good cheese. You could have a long conversation on where to get good cheese, how to tell it's good cheese, how to make sure you don't overpay for good cheese, and where to find good cheese. And let me know, because I want to know. Talk about some new movies. You could talk about, like, I don't know, what movie did you go see? Like, I mean, the last movie I went to go see at the movie theater was It, and I saw that joint twice. What's up, Amber? I saw It twice because I thought that was good. You can sit there and recommend. So I'm just trying to give you some tools so when you go to the family party, you don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in these political conversations, because it's, like they say, you should never talk about religion and politics. Religion and politics is very divisive in this world. So I'm just saying, people, you're not going to, first of all, and I've learned this from experience, you're really not going to convince anyone to think, pretty much your line of thought. And trust me, you can put your ideas out there, but you don't got to ram them down people's throats. Like, a lot of time with these political Thanksgiving arguments, you're trying to, like, ram your ideas down people's throats. And, sometimes people either don't care, don't want to talk about it, it might upset them. So don't upset your uncle. Let your auntie live. Like, auntie feels the way she feels. She's not coming around on that major issue that you want to, like, talk about. Like, sometimes just gotta let it go. So, shout out everyone. Gonna be chilling, munching on some food, eating some real good food this week. Shout out anyone that needs a situation to go to. You don't got family in the city, your family situation messed up. Hit me up, hit one of the cousins up, and we'll see what we can do for you. And definitely get where you're going safe. If you're traveling this week, definitely get safe, and definitely get to the liquor store before Wednesday. Stop sleeping. That's a rookie move. So, this your favorite cousin, Big Cuz Live. We got a show tonight with the Dirty Soap Blues Band. They're pretty dope. Fire regulars, fire heads, and everyone else. I will check you later. And we have the show this week about Lil Peep, about drug use and depression in the music industry. So, it should be a really good week. I don't know about you. And again, the weather it's not raining. So go do something great today. And I'm going to go try and do something even better. Peace.